Hey guys, Matt here. This is a little project I've been working on. I got the inspiration from a website that I found. I believe it was called Ghost Feeder or something like that. Basically, the idea is that you have a feeder box. This goes up underneath the barrel. Obviously, this over the hole, and a mechanism inside slides it back and forth, and it lets corn fall out. With less noise. You know, you don't hear the spinner and all that racket of the corn hitting the bottom of the feeder as it slings out and all that stuff, because a sling feeder can be kind of loud. What this does, it just moves a little cover back, and you can set the time on the timer here how long you want the delay, and that's how much corn will fall through and just hit the ground. I kind of like the idea, but I thought, you know, I would make one myself instead of buy it. So I had the timer here. This is a Wild Game Premier digital timer. You can get them at Walmart for like 30 bucks. This is a 30 amp automotive relay I had. Had concerns about the mechanism inside here pulling too much current, so I wired in that relay to protect the timer. Just a standard 12 volt feeder battery that I need to charge up. It's kind of low, but it's working for now. And inside here, I have I don't know if you can see it in there, but what pulls the cover back is it's used in automotive door locks. It's used to unlock your door. So when you push that button on the car door, that little thing in there is what pops the lock for you. So that's what I use to control the cover going back and forth. And as you can tell, this is I have a 3D printer, and I designed this and 3D printed this whole deal right here. This is the cover part of it that has the holes, obviously, and I designed this little piece here so that it kind of, when the idea is when the corn hits it, it kind of spreads it out a little bit. It just doesn't fall in one little spot on the ground. This is a 2-inch hole, and underneath, I don't know if you can see it. I don't know if you can see it in there or not. It's kind of bright, but that's a 3D printed little gizmo cover that I put in there. So this is just glued. I'm probably going to put a couple of sheet metal screws in there to hold this together. And the idea is all of this right here goes up underneath the feeder, and obviously this over the hole in the bottom of the feeder where the funnel is. So now that you kind of get an idea of everything behind it. Oh, this electrical box was bought from Home Depot. I think it's a 8x8. I think it's outdoor rated. Of course, I'm gonna have to. This will all be underneath the barrel, so I'll just put some glue over these holes right here. This box I had used for a different project. I just reused it. So normally there wouldn't be holes there in the top. So anyway, I'll show you how it works. Just do a test right quick. Hit the test button, it's counting down. And what you'll see is the relay engage, and then the cover slide back. And you know, it don't slide back all the way, but that's good enough. I mean, it'll let enough corn come out. And like I said, you can set the delay. This is a 10-second delay. And then it pulls it back. I modified the originally the little automotive lock solenoid, I think that's what they call it. Originally it wasn't very powerful it was powerful enough to pull the door back, but I had concerns about it springing back, you know, to cover the hole. Otherwise, you know, your corn would just keep falling out. So I got a spring. I found a spring at Tractor Supply Company, and I don't know if you can see it up in there, but right in here I took this cover off, this little rubber covering, and fit that spring in there so that every time when it pushes back, it's now it's spring loaded. See, now it's spring loaded. So there you have it. That fixed that problem. Anyway, I'm gonna put this on a barrel and have a silent feeder. You have to try to build one yourself instead of buy one. It's a pretty simple build. Of course, I made all this from stuff I had around the house. I think one of these boxes is probably 25, 30 bucks. You know, you're going to spend 25, 30 dollars on the timer. A couple bucks for the relay. You know, by the time you're going to have $50, $60 in this thing by the time you get done, and then you got to figure out some way to make this if you don't have a 3D printer. Anyway, it's a good little project. I'll do an update when I get it on the barrel and show it dumping corn. Later.